Good afternoon and welcome to the Royal Aeronautical Society. I am Kerissa Khan, President of the Society, and I am pleased that you can join us, whether in person or online, to this President's event to mark International Women's Day. This year's global campaign theme is Inspire Inclusion, and this event will aim to do just that. Last year, I became only the second woman in 158 years to hold this position as president. And I am acutely aware of the significantly disproportionate number of women, not just in leadership roles, but across all levels of the aerospace, aviation, and space sectors worldwide. And whilst there has been increased advocacy, pledges, charters, and various initiatives to accelerate positive change over many years, women everywhere still continue to face adversities in the workplace that are barriers to feeling supported, valued, and included. So what do? We try to fix ourselves. We lean in. We power dress. We strengthen our handshake. We stand up tall. We practice being more assertive. We show less emotion. We lower our voice. We take up space. We learn to multitask so we can balance being 100% full-time carer in some cases and 100% full-time employee with 200% burnout. And yet still, we haven't solved the problem. Why? Because we are not the problem to solve. This is the most powerful and striking mindset shift that I took away from a fellow Global Future Council member of the World Economic Forum, Reshma Saujani, who you'll be hearing from in a few minutes. But this idea that if we fix ourselves, we will achieve gender equality. We will have equal opportunities for promotions and equal pay as our male counterparts. We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to focus on fixing or redesigning the environment and structures that were traditionally never designed in the first place for us. So today, we're going to shift our mindset. This year's theme is Inspire Inclusion. I want us to draw out what is blocking us from inclusion. What are the systemic, institutional, and organizational structures, cultures, mindsets, and policies that need to be changed, transformed, and redesigned, or even designed in the first place for women to not just be included, but to thrive in the workplace? We're going to bring to the surface and boldly face topics that have often been swept under the rug and overlooked as we practice our power stance. Now, I know we will want to unpack our lived experiences, but I want us to use the time today wisely, to have constructive dialogue and draw out tangible actions, not necessarily for us to take for ourselves, but for our industries to take to help address real world challenges faced by women in the workplace today. I want you to leave here feeling informed, equipped, confident, inspired, and empowered. We have a great lineup of speakers for you today, and together we will delve into addressing harassment in the male-dominated workplace, including sexual harassment and bullying. I wish I didn't have to put this topic on this agenda, but I am astounded by the number of women who have had to face this in the workplace and continue to do so. I read a study that said women are 3 times more likely than men to experience sexual harassment in the workplace. But in male-dominated workplaces, like our industries, women are nearly 6 times more likely to experience this. Let me take you into a room where no one can hear you scream. This is how I was invited by my line manager to do my very first performance review as a graduate engineer and the only woman in the team. This was my welcome to this industry. That was only part of a campaign of harassment, threats, and inappropriate behaviors I faced in industry. And when I finally found the courage to seek help with HR, I was met with, why do we only have this problem with you? I later found out many other young female graduates faced the same issue and received the same response. And what was the solution to the problem? Move the problem from the team, promote the manager, and protect the company's reputation. From the onset of our careers, we're being told we're the problem. But today, we're going to challenge that. We're going to unpack organizational duty of care for women professionals who have such traumatic experiences. What frameworks, processes, safe, non-judgmental reporting mechanisms are in place that actually help women feel heard and supported, and not just told, you must face your aggressor. We'll dive into the gender pay gap and the gender promotion gap. Women often shy away from pursuing fair remuneration and promotion opportunities. But you know what? We shouldn't even have to. Many women in an organization I worked for put in that extra work, met the required competencies, was more qualified and had more experience than male counterparts, interviewed and was turned down. But the men were tapped on the shoulder and told, it's time for your pay rise and promotion, and you'll be back paid for the delay. And yet we wonder why we have less women in leadership roles. We will be diving into the impact of disproportionate care responsibilities that women often take on and the resulting time poverty and burnout they experience. Many women face the career versus childcare, time and cost question. Yet because of this free care provision we take on and our contributions to society, women remain essential to a thriving global economy, according to the World Economic Forum and, well, common sense. So, like many other events that I go to around this time, every single year, we have drinks, we have champagne, we pat ourselves on the back, and we ignore things that women still face. Today's event is going to be different. So, let's get into it.